and welcome to On Boss Magazine. We are so honored to have the one and only Misty Copeland joining us today. In 2015, Misty became the first African-American dancer to be promoted to the role of principal dancer at American Ballet Theater. Since then, she has continued to give breathtaking performances on stage and has had enormous success, crossing over to mainstream media through partnerships with brands including Mattel's Barbie, Under Armour, and Masterclass. Made TV appearances such as on CBS 60 Minutes and Good Morning America, performed in films such as Disney's The Nutcracker and The Four Realms, is a New York Times bestselling author, and has supported legends such as Mariah Carey herself. Throughout all of the success, Misty has maintained a commitment to arts activism, Black and Brown representation in ballet, and mentoring the next generation of underrepresented talent. Along with announcing the formation of the Misty Copeland Foundation, she's also just released her new book, The Wind at My Back: Resilience, Grace, and Other Gifts from My Mentor, Raven Wilkinson, which is what we are going to explore together today. Thank you so much for joining us, Misty. We are absolutely delighted to have you here.
I'm delighted. Thank you for having me.
Of course. And your new book, The Wind at My Back, is a memoir about your friendship with the iconic Black ballet trailblazer, Raven Wilkinson. Can you tell our audience a little about Raven Wilkinson's story and how the two of you met?
Yes. Oh, there's so much of her story that I wish I could spend the whole interview talking about that. She was a Black ballerina, one of the first in a major ballet company. The Ballet Russe de Monte Carlo, was really America's first elite classical ballet company. And Raven was the first and only Black woman to dance in that company in the 1950s. I wouldn't learn of her journey as a dancer until pretty far into my professional career. I was in my mid to late 20s, and I was watching a documentary on the Ballet Russe, and it was the most just kind of raw, incredible just connection that I felt from the moment I saw her on the screen. I of course there are Black dancers that have existed throughout history, but it was the first time that I really saw myself in the clearest form reflected. To be for myself. And at that time, I was the only Black dancer at American Ballet Theater, or Black female dancer. And for the first 10 years of my career, it was that way. I just felt such a strong draw to Raven, and hearing of her hardships, being her career ending very early in America. She had to go to Europe to have a fuller career because her life was being threatened by the KKK when the company was touring through the South in the 1950s. I felt like, though that's not my experience, so much has not changed in the classical ballet world. And it became a mission of mine to share her story in any interview that I was doing. And then my manager, Gilda, actually went on the hunt and was like, we need to find out if this woman is alive, if she's still with us. And we found out she lived a block away from me. And we became one of my closest friends, a mentor. To have someone that you look up to actually step into your life and guide you, it was surreal. And I truly don't think that I would be a principal dancer, have the motivation and an understanding of a bigger purpose for myself, if she didn't come into my life.
That is so beautiful, and I just might cry thinking about that amazing story. Continuing on that theme of mentorship, ballet dancers work with teachers, coaches, and ballet masters like day in and day out. But it seems like Raven gave you a unique kind of mentorship outside of just coaching ballet steps. How did her guidance and her influence in your life go beyond technical training, and how has it impacted you as an artist and as a person?
Yeah. Yes. I think something that I appreciate and that is so incredible and beautiful about the classical ballet world is this kind of ingrained culture of mentorship in what we do. Like you were just saying, whether it's the ballet masters or ballet mistresses, there's this respect that dancers have for their elders, and the knowledge that's passed down that's really not documented. The information that we're getting is literally passed down from mouth to mouth, like body to body, whether it's the choreography or the intentions of the movement and things like that, that it's literally from generation to generation from the choreographer where it stemmed. So that to me is like such an amazing thing about classical dance. But what Raven how Raven was with people and how she was with me, it was never about kind of going so kind of black and white and diving into giving me feedback about how I needed to approach a role or what she thought about, how I should approach my career as a Black dancer, even though she had all of that experience and knowledge to give me. Her approach was sharing stories, this very human kind of touch that she had that gave me a better understanding and also allowed me to make my own decisions. So it was never that she was telling me how to do anything. So she would come to a performance and she never once, and this is hard for a dancer, gave me her opinion about how I needed to approach a role or approach a step. She was so encouraging, and it just allowed me to open up in a different way than I have with any other mentor in my life, because I felt a comfort and a security in being able to share with her and have those deep conversations.
That's amazing and such an impactful relationship. And the fact that she didn't have any of those notes, that is very unique. I love that. So building on what she has given you, yourself have become a mentor and an inspiration to Black and Brown dancers and so many other underrepresented persons all across the world. Can you tell us about some of the projects you've undertaken to be a mentor to those around you? And especially curious to hear about the Misty Copeland Foundation and the Be Bold program that's the heart of it.
Yes. This has been such an organic thing that's happened in my career and in my life. Stepping in and to this position of mentor, role model, has felt really organic. But everything that I'm doing in my life and in my career, it's all kind of connected. It has a string that's connected to the same mission and goal, which is to bring ballet to a broader audience, and to have more diversity, equity, and inclusion in it. To be able to give access and opportunity to children who deserve to have dance and art and ballet specifically in their life. So with creating the Misty Copeland Foundation and the Be Bold program, which is self-explanatory when you think of what it stands for. It's Ballet Explorations. Ballet offers leadership development. It's an after-school ballet class. It's free. It's for students ages 8 to 10, but we're not going to turn anyone away. Though that was our target audience. But to be able to have created this curriculum ourselves, through the foundation, and to make ballet affordable, fun, to bring in live music, and it not just be limited to piano, which is what you think of in a ballet class. It's really changing, I think. My goal is to change the way that people view ballet and to make it feel that it's inclusive of all cultures.
Amazing. And I love that you are targeting that particular age group. It's where you start to really explore what type of art you want to spend your life doing and enjoying. So what an amazing time to get to connect with them and make sure they know it's accessible.
Yes.
And kind of building on that, our next question, ballet is an art form with a long-standing history of racism. And in recent years, there has been some progress made in diversifying the art form, but there is still so far we have to go. What do you feel is one of the most impactful things that we as audience members can do to support closing this gap for Black and Brown dancers?
I think it's really recognizing and acknowledging that it's not just about seeing representation on the stage. I think it's all of our responsibility um, to acknowledge that there has to be representation and diversity from top to bottom, from both sides. I think that it's not, again, it shouldn't just be the sole responsibility of an artistic director maybe hiring Black dancers. I think that it's starting from the bottom. It's giving opportunity to more dance teachers of color, so that you see yourself reflected at a young age, these Black and brown dancers, so that they want to be a part of this culture. And then there's more of a pool to draw from when you get to that higher level. It's also about diversifying the board of directors, these boardrooms, because they're making a lot of the decisions that reflect what we're seeing behind the scenes on the stage. But I think that it's about not being afraid to have the conversations. Uh, you know, that it shouldn't be scary to have a conversation about the things that we've done wrong in the past. It's how we learn and how we make progress. What I would say to audience members or potential audience members is come and support everyone. It's what I say to my fans or people that come and support me, that yes, come and support me, but also just come and support the art form and come and support the ballet community. And I think that's when you start to see more integration and just appreciation for the diversity.
That's amazing. And thank you for having those conversations with us and helping to engage in our community in these ways. You're absolutely amazing. And to wrap things up, alongside this publication, you have some amazing projects on the horizon, even a rumor of you coming back on the stage in 2023 after a much-deserved hiatus from performing. What should we be on the lookout for in the upcoming months? I can't wait to hear.
Uh, oh my goodness. I'm ready to dive back into the studio, and it's to jump back in with this new perspective and experience of having my son Jackson is going to be I think really eye-opening. I think that it's so amazing and valuable to have these life experiences at the same time. You're getting older and your body can't do what it used to do, but you have so much more kind of just adventure and life that you've lived in, whether it's ups and downs, that make you a better dancer and a better artist. So I'm really looking forward to this next stage for me. The Wind at My Back, which is coming out November 15th, is really exciting. I'm working on a follow-up to my Bunheads children's book, so that's really exciting. I'm going to just keep writing. It's something that I find so cathartic and amazing to be able to be a storyteller in that way and not just through my body. My production company, Life in Motion Productions, we have a lot of exciting projects on the horizon. One that we're hoping the world will see in 2023. It's a short film. It's an art activism piece. I'm starring in it along with the community of Oakland, California. It's a silent film, so it's just told through dance and music, and it's focusing on intergenerational equity and housing crisis, redlining. It sounds very heavy, but it's a beautiful film, and I'm just excited to be able to continue to share dance, social justice through art with the world.
That's beautiful. And I can't wait to see the film. I was able to watch a couple little promo clips you've released, and I'm already very intrigued and excited.
Thank you.
Of course. Is there anything else you'd like to share with our ballet loving audience, or anything else you want to talk about?
I feel really, really privileged as always to be a part of the ballet world and ballet community. And I am very happy about, the place that we've reached, especially in the last 3 years, in terms of making ballet more inclusive and having those difficult conversations. So I commend the whole ballet community for being a part of that.
That's beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Misty. I can't wait to read the book. It's going to be a very exciting time. I've already been doing additional research on Raven, so I can't wait to learn all the details. And thank you so much for joining us at OnPause Magazine today. So everyone, you can read an excerpt of her book, The Wind at My Back, at onpausemagazine.com. Also join us on social media, where we will be hosting a giveaway for a signed copy of the book, an absolute must for your shelf. You can purchase The Wind at My Back where all great books are sold, and you can join OnPause Magazine at our website, where we celebrate and elevate ballet all across the nation. Thank you again so much for joining us.